If you want to save yourself a lot of disappointment, a lot of heartache, a lot of anger, then learn never to expect much, or rather, learn never to expect anything from the narcissist in your life. One of the ways that narcissists can gain so much control over people, one of the ways they can get so much control over people's emotions, people's feelings, you know, over what people think, is that narcissists want people to expect certain things from them, whether it be less tangible things like, attention, compliments, emotional support, whether it be the less tangible but very important things, such as those, or other things, such as financial support, being on time, at meetings you have planned at restaurants or shopping malls, movies, visiting your parents, maybe going on a trip together. Whenever you expect something from the narcissist, and they know that you expect that something from them, they see an opportunity to gain leverage over you. They see that as being in a position of power. And because they know that most people in the world have a healthy level of decency, I mean, nobody's perfect, right? But most people have a certain standard of decency where they don't live their lives toying with your mind and your feelings. Because most people don't do that. The narcissist knows that the narcissist wants and expects you to expect decency from them, because they want you to see them just as, your average decent person. And when you look at the narcissist as an average decent person, then you start having certain expectations of the, simple things, like the things I've mentioned, a very healthy level of emotional support, doing what they say they're going to do, being responsible. If they say they're going to meet you somewhere, at least make the minimum effort to meet you there. When the narcissist knows that you expect something from them, and they see themselves as being in a power position because of that, they do intend and they do actually exploit that position. So if you're in a moment of personal crisis, and more than ever you are in need of some level of emotional support from the narcissist, that's exactly when they will withhold it from you. Or if you're planning to go to, your parents' 70th birthday or 80th birthday party, and it's a special occasion, and you're going to meet with your narcissist to go together to the event, because it's important for you, that's exactly where they're not going to show up, or they're going to be an hour late with some phony excuse of why they couldn't make it there. They know it's going to devastate you. When you most wanted them to be reliable, they'll be unreliable. If if they've gotten you used to expecting a certain level of financial support from them, then something happens and you really, really need it. Maybe there's a trip you want to go on. Maybe there's an event you want to take part in. Maybe there's something you want to buy for yourself. And maybe there's a limited time for you to kind of do that. And you really need the narcissist's financial support then and there. Even if they can afford it, and they would typically do that, would typically have supported you in the past, because they know it's very important for you, that's their opportunity to withhold it. Because they know the impact on you will be so severe and devastating that it really gives them a sense of upliftment and enhances their sense of personal power. So narcissists really want you to expect things from them. They want you to expect decency from them. They want you to expect humane behavior. And if the narcissist regularly does something in terms of, giving you a certain level of attention, a certain level of support, whether it be financially or by some other means, so often when you need it most, that's when they will withhold it from you, because they know you expect it, and they withhold it when the impact is the most devastating. And it makes them feel very good. It makes them feel very much in control, and it makes them feel very validated. Yes, an ordinary person thinking about that would say, well, that's just sick. That's completely twisted. It's mental. Well, that's because it is. But it's who they are. And they all have the same tendencies in that sense. Most of them are not even self-aware that what they're doing. Some of them catch glimpses of self-awareness here and there, but they can't help. They can't counter their natural instincts. And then you have the few who are self-aware, who might make a conscious effort not to do those things. But it's in their blood. It's the way they carry themselves. So in whatever way you feel you most dependent on the narcissist, or you most depend on the narcissist, whether it be in the less tangible ways, such as emotional support, things like that, or the more tangible, having a roof over your head, financial support, them buying things for you. To the extent you can, try not to expect much from them. And try to learn that where they do have an opportunity to withhold something from you and have a very devastating impact on you, they will usually take that opportunity. They will grasp it, and they will put you down. When you start to know who you're dealing with, they become predictable in that sense. You can almost notice in which cases they're about to withhold something from you. And if you're smart and you can see it coming, you can counter it in a way where it doesn't really impact you very much. Be indifferent towards it. Don't care. Don't let them feel the juices of your anguish, of your devastation. Don't give off that vibe of a huge emotional crash. Play it on the chin. If you're somewhat indifferent and they're not getting much out of it, then, they don't have so much to gain. But the key is really try not to expect much from them. And if you really rely on them for your financial abundance, accept, maybe I'm going to allow myself to live a slightly simpler life for now until, I make my own money to compensate for the lack of the narcissist money. But at least, if I'm cutting off that dependency, then I'm not giving them that stick to hit me with. And actually, I don't want to give them that stick to hit me with. I'd much rather not have that attachment and not have the expectations, even if it means I don't reap much benefit from them. But it's in your favor to not want anything of benefit from them. It's in your favor, it's in your interest, rather, to not want anything from them. Because everything has strings attached. Everything good that you can possibly get from a narcissist has strings attached. And the strings that are attached so often make the good stuff not worth its while.